and today I'm going to be introducing some of the new houseplants that we just got in. First on the list is the Sansevieria Silver Flame. This guy is pretty easy to take care of. He can usually live in various light conditions, but will thrive under bright indirect sunlight. You don't have to water these guys too often. They like their soil to dry out. And you can put them in darker areas, but it may potentially stunt their growth. Next on the list, we have our Alocasia Dragonscale. This is more of a rare plant. Although it looks pretty little, this guy can get up to 3 feet. It has very interesting foliage that resembles a dragon scale. These guys like to stay in humid environments. They also like to let their soil dry out slightly in between waterings. Next, we have the Calathea White Fusion. This is a different Calathea that features this white variegation with a purple undertone. These guys are a little bit more tricky in comparison to the care for the rest of the plants. They like to keep their soil fairly moist, but be wary of keeping it too soggy. One thing to be careful of is if there's chlorine in your water, that could potentially ruin the variegation and could cause some damage. So that's something to be wary about. Also, these guys like high humidity, so the bathroom or kitchen would be a great place for these guys to live. Next is our pitcher plant. This is a hanging basket featuring these gorgeous pitchers. These guys like bright and direct sunlight, and they do like to stay pretty moist. One thing to keep in mind is that the pitchers should have water in them at all times. These guys are really cool because if you have a gnat or fly problem, they will attract and trap them in their pitchers and actually digest them. So that's kind of a fertilizer for them, which is really cool. Next on the list is our Aglonima Golden Madonna. This is probably one of the easier plants to care for, along with the Sansevieria. These guys are pretty low maintenance. They like medium to bright indirect light, and they like to let their soil dry out almost completely, or at least the first 2 inches of the soil. They're great for an office space or something that isn't getting direct sunlight. And lastly, we have our Alocasia Regal Shield. This is a beautiful elephant ear plant that has this dark green foliage with lighter veination and a purple undertone. These guys are very cool and they really like humidity, so a pebble tray underneath or maybe a spot in the bathroom would be a great place for these guys. They don't like their soil to get too wet. Only water this plant when the first 1 to 2 inches starts to get dry. Otherwise, just keep a pebble tray underneath. And just some general announcements that we have plenty of palms that came in, as well as a full restock of Monstera in various sizes. And also the Ficus Burgundy and Taniki have been restocked. Thank you, and I hope to see you this weekend.